And welcome everyone back to the Mega Impossible review series. This is something I'm starting up, guys, for you guys. This is me and Andrew's idea. We both thought about doing this together for you, where we would do every week from starting now up until the release of Dead Reckoning. We would do a Mission Impossible review for you guys. So starting with Mission Impossible 1, and then next week Mission Impossible 2, and so on and so forth. And we're going to keep on doing a review series for you guys up until the release of Dead Reckoning. That should be really fun, really exciting. I'm looking forward to that. Dead Reckoning is one of my most anticipated movies of this year.
Oh, it is number one.
And I always love these films so much. Hey, what's up, Exotic Gabe? He says he's asking what's up, and then he's also asking how have you guys been? We've been good. So real quick before we get into this review, I'm gonna go off camera just for a little bit so I can grab it, but I wanted to show off something that is fitting for this review series. I will show it here on the first episode, and then I will and then whoever watches the first and last episode will get the privilege of seeing this. All episodes in between, I'm not going to show this on every episode, but so on the first episode, here it is. We have a Mission Impossible collector's set here that I got one time. It's all 4K Blu-ray, so I got to watch the 4K Blu-ray of the first Mission Impossible tonight for the first time. I'd never seen it in 4K. So this is a Blu-ray box set I got Best Buy one time. It includes all 6 of the movies. So I'll have to get Dead Reckoning and Dead Reckoning Part 2 separately. But yeah, it comes with if you have Blu-ray, it comes with a Blu-ray pack. It comes with a 4K pack right there. And then it also comes with this IMF classified booklet thingy here that shows people in the movie, stuff like that. But it does interesting stuff for and it goes through each different one. For the Rabbit's Foot, it says mission objective: track down black market arm dealers Owen Davian and retrieve the mysterious doomsday device known as the Rabbit's Foot. And shows all the different
that's from the third movie.
All the different people from the movie, all done in a very top secret looking kind of way. So very cool collector set. If you guys are Mission Impossible fans, I definitely recommend it. I always like showing off any physical media that I got, and that's one I am very fond of. So there you go. Mission Impossible set. See if it's still at Best Buy. Anyways, yeah, we are doing Mission Impossible 1 tonight from 1996, the very first Mission Impossible film. And this is one that I feel is kind of underrated because it doesn't really get talked about as much as the more recent ones. This is one that is, it's the one that started all, but honestly, it's one of the most just overall well-made Mission Impossible films, because some of them I felt focused a little bit more on stunts. I'm not criticizing the later films. I love the later films. Heck, the most recent one's my favorite one. But I feel like some of the films later on were more oh, what kind of crazy stunts can we do? And they were just a slightly bit more focused on that. Well, I feel like this and 3 and some of the other ones were more let's have this a tight story about these spies trying to infiltrate something and all this stuff, and it's really well done. So
yes,
I'm a big fan of this film, directed by Brian De Palma, who's known for Scarface, Carrie, several other iconic films. What do you think of this film, Andrew?
This is like my third favorite movie in the franchise. It is like out of all of them. I'm not saying my top, my complete list. All I'm saying is this is my third favorite in the franchise because as soon as I started it, I was hooked. As soon as I started, I'm like, this movie's gonna be something fun, something special, and it was. It was from the minute that the Tom that you're on the plane and you see them getting the mission on this screen that your phone is bigger than nowadays till the very end. It was an awesome movie, and I had so many thoughts. Like, I love how in the opening you got attached to the team that they get killed off. That they make Ethan's connection to them feel more genuine, feel more. You see them working together, before they get killed off.
And
And
well, you know the twist. Technically, not all of them get killed off, but
yes,
yeah,
yes, I was a little bit confused by that. What was the villain in the end? Like, wait, that guy's the villain? I thought they were. I thought that part was a little bit confusing to me. That is
I
my.
thought they explained it well enough for it to make sense and
Perhaps I
it to
need to
be
watch it again.
yeah. Because when I watched it again, like yeah, it's very complex in the way that they do it, but I feel like it could still make sense. Are you talking about like the John
Yes, it.
Voight villain? Are you talking about John Voight's villain, or are you talking about the Krieger? Are you talking about him? Which one?
I'm talking about one that's revealed on the train.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like I understand why that guy is the villain. It just wasn't set up, earlier on, and that to me is the only one thing that I felt like, okay, maybe that could have been better, but everything else in this movie was like, okay, this is perfect. So all in all, I'm like, okay, I can forgive that one small like little thing because there were so many good elephants making Ethan's hunt making Ethan's like idea in this feel making him feel in danger in this, making his family in danger in this, makes
That
it.
that is, I feel, the number one job of any action movie is an action movie. The reason why the John Wick movies do so well, the reason why the Indiana Jones movies do so well, the reason why there's so many good movies is you want to make the good guys still come out on top, but you want to make them feel like they're in danger, and you want to make them be like, oh shoot, how are they going to get out of this? How are they going to get out? You want to be able to have that kind of thing, so you feel for the main character.
and and I felt like that in this movie when he's having the conversation with the head of IMF. I believe it is, and they all say, "You are the mole, You are the mole, And he's threatening the life of his parents. Like, I'm like, oh my god! From the minute that I'm like, oh my god, and I immediately feel like if I wasn't feeling bad for Ethan Hunt already, that is the moment that I felt really bad for him. Like, and that is
Yeah,
the push to really get him to start investigating and everything. So,
and it's, I just feel like it's great. Uh, this movie's so good at like developing its characters, and really making you um care about the characters a lot. So yeah, this film is just like Tom Cruise did such an excellent job here. Everyone here just like, from the guy who played Leon the Professional and um and the Leon the Professional movie, Krieger, he did an excellent job in this film. And the scene when they're like going into the actual they're trying to like infiltrate that one tower and they get the chip, like that is get the like disc, that is so intense.
Like that may be one of the most intense scenes that I've seen in a very long time. Like I'm
Yeah,
like I cannot make any noise right now, and I'm at home, and I feel like I cannot move. I cannot make any noise because I just felt that intense. Like
and just because of scenes like that that you were able to feel so attached to the characters. So because you knew that you were attached to Ethan Hunt in that moment because you didn't want anything bad to happen to him. And even with the other ones, you were like, get them all out of here safely. And I love Ving Rhames in this movie and just where he goes later on in the films as they go further with him and Ethan Hunt. Like I just think it's great where they take him.
I love their relationship. Like even in the bad ones, when he shows up, I'm like, okay, this is good. Like he's in this, okay. Like
Oh yeah. So yeah, it's I absolutely love them, and the actress who plays Claire was excellent. John Voight, Angelina Jolie's dad, was fun in this one. And then yeah, I think everyone has like and I feel like this is truly an ensemble piece. Like yeah, it's Ethan Hunt's movie, but like it's truly an ensemble piece. They all work together. They all have their own
I agree. I
like
could not agree more.
yeah, it's just very fantastic. And yeah, this wasn't super stunt heavy. Like the only stunt in it is that like major stunt other than the train sequence is that one scene of him going into down the vent and everything. But this film, I feel like the reason why I feel it's better on a technical like film level is because it's like I feel like it's the film that focuses more on let's focus on character, let's focus on you know uh like story, let's focus on the writing, stuff like
Exactly.
that. Yeah,
Gotta give this movie respect. Like if it was not as good as it was, we would maybe not be doing this review series because it would not have made as many.
yeah. I know you're not a big uh gamer, and whenever Ross gets here, I know he'll because I invited him on to here to talk a little bit about his thoughts on this film. Um, and I know that whenever he gets here, he'll be able to relate to this. For this, kind of reminds me, like this franchise reminds me of Uncharted, and the reason why it reminds me of the Uncharted games is because in the Uncharted games, I think that's September now. Okay. In the Uncharted games, it is, the character of Nathan Drake, and he's on this journey, trying to go through these tombs, trying to take like all these interesting gold and all this stuff. And I love the games; they're fantastic. The first game, you play the first game, and yeah, it's good. You're like, yeah, this is a good game. All this stuff. It more is about story. It's more about all that kind of stuff. But then once you get to really like the second and especially the third game, it starts to like get to okay, this is where the franchise is going. I feel like Mission Impossible is sort of that way. It's like Mission Impossible 1's Uncharted 1, and then Mission Impossible 3 is like Uncharted 3, where it's like
I actually
this is, or
I
Uncharted 2.
agree,
Yeah.
but I also disagree. Do I also feel like it too?
What?
James Bond.
Yeah.
is because
Yes,
if you watch Doctor No,
yes.
it
This
is not
feels like
action.
this
It's not.
feels like James Bond with more sneakiness
No,
than
because if you watch,
than hand to hand combat. You know.
if you watch it compared to the Daniel Craig ones, the original one, just like this, is actually literally more spy stuff. Like espionage stuff, and then a convoluted storyline versus like the Daniel Craig ones are almost like the Mission Impossible ones. Like how there is some spy stuff, but that's more like over the top action. Yeah, so yeah, but like I love this one, and they're like I cannot wait to see to see Kittredge return.
Yeah, that'll be.
I am excited to see him return as well. I am excited to see him return because to me he was the most intense. Like he was probably one of the most intense IMF leader people
Yeah.
that made me
And it's very and also
the
he's
third the third one is second runner up, but this guy was easily the most like affecting of Ethan. He like ran out of his family. He was accusing him of being the mole. Like big deal.
Yeah, fans of this movie though. Fans of the TV show, they hate this movie.
Why?
Okay, imagine if they did now like another Mission Impossible movie, like 20 years later, right?
Yeah.
And they had Ethan Hunt be the villain.
Was that what the TV show was?
The main character was John Voight's character. He was like the Ethan Hunt.
Oh,
So you get why fans hated this movie.
Yeah, I
have not seen the original series, and I would gladly watch the original.
But yeah, the guy that y'all are just
okay. Phelps is the main character. He's like the Ethan Hunt of the TV show, and then they make him the villain in this movie. So that's why fans were not happy.
So like,
but yeah, Kittredge is also played by a great actor too. I don't know his name, but he's been in like Ready or Not. He was in Scream 6 this year and stuff like that. And
yeah, because like I thought that this movie, I thought like one of the movies though, you like actually had now like a Scream 6 actor, but it's not. But he would fit in as that Dermot Mulroney.
Yeah,
he would fit into this series, wouldn't he?
Yeah, I can see it. I think he would.
Yeah. But, this one is probably my second or third favorite in the series, is because I just love this one, and then like how complicated it is, and like Emilio Estevez's part.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And I was telling Andrew that I feel like also the films went in sort of almost the John Wick direction, to where and I say that as someone who John Wick 4 is my favorite of the franchise. I say that as someone who says Mission Impossible Fallout is my favorite of the franchise, but still, I feel like this film was more grounded, was more focused on story, on narrative, on developing the characters, developing all that. Like, and then as it went along, it focused more on let's see how many epic, amazing action set pieces and stunts we can do, and that's what it kind of became more of a central focus on. That's why I think this movie has a is very, very appreciated by me. I feel like it should be appreciated by more people. Yeah. It's the one that started off. It's just
my third favorite of the 6 movies. So it's it's like very, very good. It is probably my 1 and 2 are phenomenal. 1, 2, 3 are phenomenal. 4 number 4 is amazing. Number 5 is just bad. In my opinion, I won't say what is getting what, but I'm just saying that is my.
And he means ranking numbers. He doesn't mean number 2. The movie is phenomenal.
Yes.
He does not mean that.
I mean like 1 through 3, I find to be phenomenal.
Yeah.
And 4 I find to be good. The fourth in my list is good, and the fifth is my least favorite.
Do you know which one? Oh yeah, two. No, like this was actually directed by a very underrated director in Hollywood too, in my opinion. I'm being serious too.
Yeah, we were just talking about Brian De Palma, which
Yeah.
is very interesting. I know Andrew's not as familiar with his work, but he has done two very iconic movies between Scarface and Carrie.
And then three actually too.
I think I may have
what else
seen
has he done?
Untouchables.
I think I
Oh
may
yeah,
have
The
seen
Untouchables. Yeah.
Carrie. I may have seen Carrie. I know I saw. I don't remember if it was on the new one or the old one.
He did the original Carrie.
And then I do want to see Scarface eventually.
And then The Untouchables too is really good.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
So,
I think he would like
so
that. So
those are my thoughts on Mission Impossible 1. I think this is a amazing movie that set up a perfect setup to a series. That was a solid setup to a series that I loved.
agree. I think this is a very strong setup. Of course, the music, we didn't talk about the whole like dun 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 dun.
38 bucks.
Phenomenal to
38
me.
bucks total.
Phenomenal.
Oh, yeah.
Phenomenal. Like some of my favorite themes. One of my favorite themes ever is that theme, and I loved it. That theme is so good. That's why most of the movie stuck with it, because it's just so good and it's just unbeatable.
Yeah, but that's not a bad deal, right, Mike? Is it?
What is?
For this, 38 bucks in one weekend?
Oh, 30. Well, you mean 38 million, right?
No. I mean, I paid 38 bucks for both these total.
Oh, yeah. No, that's not bad at all.
Just 5
Oh,
movies
yeah.
and then...
Oh, are you talking about Are you talking about this box set here, or?
No. Okay, this was in regular Blu-ray, because 4K just come out. So, like, this was like 15, 20.
I remember that one that came out.
This was
Yeah.
like 15. I mean, this was like 20, 25, I think. When it...
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pay separately for my for whenever both of the other Mission Impossible movies come out on disc, because I have only this kind of one. This comes with
I'm
1
so
through
excited
6.
I'm so excited to continue this series because I have so many thoughts on the other movies, and I have said basically everything I could possibly say about this movie. I'm so excited to watch it again eventually. It is top notch. I just had so much fun with this movie, and it introduced me to the series, and it is truly amazing.
Yes, and then the original poster though for Mission Impossible 1 is the only thing I don't like about it. Is the only thing I don't like about the movie.
The original poster.
Yeah.
Which one was the original again? Oh yeah, because it's just him standing there. Yeah.
Not even standing. You don't even know what he's doing.
Yeah.
It came out.
You can barely even see his face. Yeah.
It looks like a book
shallow.
already. I didn't have a problem with that.
Let me see though. There the Paramount Plus one is cooler though. I forget what the thing is. Oh yeah. They changed it to red, which looks a lot better.
Yeah, that one looks pretty cool because it shows also the scene of him, like paralleling that down. We didn't even talk about like the other technical aspects, like the cinematography in here is very, very well done. The editing is very well done, especially like the cinematography and editing of that sequence is very, very strong.
Yes, and like most people, they think of like that sequence whenever they think about the movie, but I think the one on your thumbnail more.
Which one? Oh, the
water,
the explosive water one. Yeah, that was also a really good sequence we didn't talk about when they're in the restaurant, and that tension between the conversation between Kittredge and Ethan Hunt.
Yes,
and just that, and like him like throwing that like explosive gum on the window and just exploding the entire
This
Uh,
movie actually though like has some like very subtle colors to it too. You know, like it has like kind of like shades of blue and red, but they're very subtle. Like
yeah,
the scene with him running, that scene is actually like very, very, very subtly blue.
a lot of the movie I feel is like is more subtle for a Mission Impossible film, which is I really appreciate, and I think it's kind of different for and a good way to start off Mission Impossible. And we didn't really, and a lot of people when they think about this movie, they think of the iconic train sequence, which was great. Now I know he does his own stunts, but I'm sure that had some CGI thrown in there. So,
It
the
had to be, you know.
train, yeah, because there was some,
There's no way that they would risk him getting his own head cut off.
So
yeah. So, but he, but I do know the one real stunt he did do was the actual rappelling down, but the train stunt was definitely some effects added there, and they all hold up pretty well. But it was such a great final scene
yes,
there, and really intense. Yeah,
yes.
and
So
especially the subtle colors that you talked about looks beautiful on 4K.
yes,
When I watched this tonight on 4K, it was great.
I can consider a very solid and not solid, an amazing first entry to an amazing franchise.
Oh yeah, but yeah,
Yeah,
guys,
that girl should have been in more stuff because she was really good.
the one that plays Claire,
I think so. Yeah, let me look. Yeah. Yes,
she,
yes. She was
nice.
really good.
She would, yeah. Oh yeah, and what did you think of that twist, Ross, where you find out when you found out Claire wasn't dead, and you found out like John Voight wasn't dead, and John Voight ended up being like the villain of the movie, and he
Okay, like I say, like I actually had that spoiled for me on not on purpose though.
oh really?
Because my dad had seen it before, but it'd been a while. So then I'm watching, I go, I can't believe that John Voight died, and then he goes like, I remember, I think he's the bad guy.
Oh really? Your dad said that too?
Yeah, but though,
Yeah.
oh yeah, you like, oh yeah, okay. The actress in though, I always get confused with Emma Thompson is in this too.
She is?
No, I always get the actress confused with Emma Thompson. It's Kirsten Scott Thomas.
Oh yeah. She's the one that gets killed, I think, in the dark alleyway.
Yeah, or yes. Doesn't she kind of remind you of Emma Thompson?
I could see that, yeah. Like a young Emma Thompson, I could see that.
Yeah, this one.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that.
But yeah, this one.
She's a great actress, but yeah, that is Mission Impossible 1, guys. The first Mission Impossible film. Just such a fun time. Next up on the review series next week for you guys will be Mission Impossible 2.
Hey, which is actually, I'm going to bring up something interesting about that. It actually saved the movie industry too, in a way, kind of.
Oh, so Tom Cruise is responsible for saving the movie industry twice?
In a way, though. Do you know how?
How?
Remember the bad guy, right?
Yeah.
He got injured. So then, like, he couldn't do this little film called X-Men. So then Hugh Jackman comes in.
Yeah.
Oh God, I'm keeping my mouth shut about future movies because I don't want to.
Andrew loves part 2. Andrew loves part 2.
Yeah. Mission Impossible 2, he said, is his favorite in the franchise.
All I'm gonna say is that is not true.
But that director though was a good director. He
was a good director. And in that movie, I haven't seen it in such a long time, it's super forgettable to me, but that movie it has its moments. I'm not gonna say it completely is crap. Like I think the rock climbing scene in the beginning is cool. I think the final fight with a knife coming close to the eye is cool, and that was a real thing too.
I do have some issues with that rock climbing scene, but I'll get into that in my review.
Oh yeah, Tim. Plus, he's actually worked with the movie Trivia Schmodown guy too. So
who has?
John Woo.
Oh really? Cool. I didn't know that.
He did Wind Talkers with John Roca.
Wind Talkers, you said?
Yeah, it's a war movie with Nicolas Cage.
Oh wow. Oh, and John Roca. Okay, cool. I didn't know that. Interesting. But yeah, so that's Mission Impossible 1, guys. So yeah, that's Mission Impossible 2 will be next week. Tomorrow is Andrew's birthday.
Stream, yeah.
So we'll be doing a little birthday celebration on here for him. So that'll be exciting.
It's technically today.
Technically, yes. Technically, it's today.
Technically, it is today around like I'd say like around like 9:30 because 9:30, 9:45 is when I'll be home from seeing Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. So after that, I'll be ready to come on with you guys. So I'll be talking about that tomorrow. Maybe showing off a little popcorn bucket.
Oh yeah, we'll definitely be doing some Across the Spider-Verse talk tomorrow since you would have seen it, and I need to talk to so many people about this movie because this movie, oh my god, I have already seen it twice, and this
I'm
film
gonna
is,
go. I'm no matter what tomorrow. I'm gonna go.
It is a masterpiece and just the best movie of the year, best Spider-Man movie, maybe best
You're gonna like it.
movie of all time.
You're gonna like it.
Oh, I think he's gonna like it a lot. He keeps on texting me, being like, "I really love colorful movies. Is this colorful?" I'm like, "Oh, you've seen not like yeah, this is colorful." And then he like keeps on telling me like, "I really like or he's like, I really like Gwen. How's Gwen in it?" I'm like, "This is Gwen's movie, so you're really gonna like this."
It's Jacob Barber's. Apparently, it's Jacob Barber's favorite movie ever too.
Yeah, I honestly, I can understand why. The more I see it, the more it's going to be slowly creeping into my like top 100 movies of all time. It's going to definitely, it's the best. It might be the best comic book movie for me of all time. Like I gotta just,
was saying.
Yeah, I gotta like rewatch it again. But man, it's so good. Anyways, but yeah. So speaking of Spider-Verse stuff, this week or next weekend, I know that'll be Transformers weekend, and I plan on doing Transformers review for you guys as well as maybe a Transformers ranking if I can get to rewatching all of them again.
Don't.
But I definitely plan on doing a Spider-Man like franchise, meaning like the Venom films and Morbius and other films like that, throwing them all in there and doing like a tier list for you guys.
I'll do that with you. I'll do that with you too, and then do it also.
I'll help with that if you need help. Because
Notice giving the more like popular thing to say now though? It seems like
What?
because the YouTubers do it, they prefer Spider-Man 1 to 2.
Yeah, Sean Chandler does that too. He actually did a tier list of Spider-Man. He had the first film up.
Yeah, and then the Flick Pick 2 had that. So the Flick Pick 2, he says that he doesn't agree with like some of the writing choices, and he says like Doc Ock's a boring villain to him.
Interesting. I definitely disagree with Doc Ock being a boring villain. I love Doc Ock in that movie. In No Way Home, he was a little bit more boring. I will say that, but
no. But he said in Spider-Man 2, and then
but in Spider-Man 2 is like
he compared him to Whiplash.
Like, oh, Whiplash from Iron Man 2? Oh, come on. He's better than that. That's just disrespectful. But if y'all want to talk about a villain, oof, y'all are in for a treat with The Spot. That's all I'll say. With Across the Spider-Verse, y'all are in for a treat with him. That's all I'll say.
I cannot wait for that. So I will tell you guys all about that tomorrow.
Awesome. But yeah, so that's our Mission Impossible review, guys.
My third favorite in the franchise. I will keep on saying that as we go through all of them. I'll say all of my rankings of all of them. This is third.
Yeah, this is my third or fourth or fifth. I don't know yet. I forget.
Yeah, I'll have to go through all of them and rank them. And we'll do a ranking for you guys after we watch Dead Reckoning Part 1. We'll do an entire ranking for you at the end of this review series.
I'm totally in for helping with that.
What are you guys most excited about Dead Reckoning Part 1? I'm excited for two things the most, actually.
Which one?
Miles Morales
Oh yeah.
And then what they said though about Haley Atwell's character.
What'd they say about her character?
Okay, I don't think this is spoilers, right? Because Christopher McQuarrie described Atwell's character as a destructive force of nature, while Atwell explained that her character's loyalties are somewhat ambiguous.
Ooh.
Mantis is in this movie.
Which we don't care about that.
Actress who plays Mantis in this movie wearing some
We don't
sort
care
of
about
like
Mantis being in an Andrew.
gesture makeup and stuff like that. So that'll be very interesting to see what she's doing there. But yeah.
Apparently she plays an assassin. Campy actually saw her scenes.
That'll be really cool. I could see her as an assassin.
He said that like she played like a complete badass in it.
Oh, I cannot wait. But yeah, your mission, if you choose to accept it, is to like, subscribe, share, make sure you follow this review series, get the word out there, get this trending, guys. And we will see you all in the next video. And until next time, stay classy. This live stream was self-destruct in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.